Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to your favorite podcast with two overly dramatic hosts called Headaches and Hot Takes. I forgot the name of my own podcast. I'm Chaperian. That over there is my co-host, Hearn, a.k.a. the sucker from Saffron City, a.k.a. the black-capped chickadee. Ladies and gentlemen, he goes Mao. Yes, you heard me right. He goes Mao. The Herniator. What is up, buddy?
He goes Mao. We already have meme of the month for. Is that? I guess did that lock up April? Did that lock up April? I guess.
We should probably make that meme of the month for February, actually, since we never got meme of the month for February.
We'll catch up at the end of the year.
You want to? You want to try to do that at the end of the year? I mean, I think that's what
the meme
calendars do.
Yeah, and say at this point, that's what we're going to have to do. At this point, we're going to check the meme calendars that come out at the end of the year and be like, that wasn't the meme.
Check.
So maybe we should keep track, like in our phones or something. We should make notes of, like, for this month, I thought this was a meme. That way we can better reference. Because half the time, like I've said, every time there's like 11 of them, like, oh yeah, I saw that meme. And then there's like July is like something I've never seen one of. I'm like, what are we doing to call this?
So accurate to call it July too. You're like, and then there's July, and I'm like, I don't know if the.
It's always the middle of the year. Yeah, it's always in the middle of the year. Like,
yeah.
But
you have seen that meme. I didn't know if you had or not. I was like,
yes.
It's always risky to reference a meme because I asked my brother-in-law. I was like, have you seen that cat that sounds like he's speaking words or like singing a song? And he was like. My brother-in-law, I said, by the way. I think I said my brother and my brother-in-law. But he was just like, no. So then I showed it to him, and he was like, okay.
Yeah.
I felt like the old lady being like, did you see this on Facebook? Did you see what Veronica posted on Facebook?
I love the thing that's funny.
Like... And it's just a 2007 cat video that's been recycled a million times. I felt like that.
Yeah, I love the meme where it's like, me showing my mom my macaroni art as like a 4-year-old. And it was like, now it's become like, your mom showing you some Facebook meme. You're like, huh, that's funny. It comes full circle.
Have you heard the Spotify song someone made where he like turned it into a whole song?
No.
It was amazing. He's like, hey, little kitty. Oh, it's such a pity. You don't know who you are.
Oh.
You are a shining star. And then in the background, he goes like, oh, meow. It's so good.
I love it.
It's great, dude. Why does he sound like he's talking?
I don't know. I'm so glad somebody got that video.
Why am? The cat and I just keep going, look away. Away. To each other over and over. She thinks the last away is so good. Away. She thinks it's so good.
I've been focused on that song that I told you I was going to make my ringtone for you.
Oh my gosh. How did that song go again? I don't quite remember.
She licked me like a lollipop. She licked me like a lollipop.
This guy texts me. I'm at a cookout. I think it's right before the cookout, actually. I'm at a cookout to celebrate my father-in-law's 50th birthday. He goes, I'm going to set this as your tingstone. Your tingstone?
Whoa.
That's it for the podcast. We're done, guys. I'm never coming back from that one. That's it for the
3
episode.
minutes in.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. He says, I'm going to set this as my ringtone for anytime you call.
For when you call.
It's a TikTok link, okay? I can't see it. Like on iOS, you have to click to expand the link, and then you have to click again to go into the link. So I can't see what it is. I just see it's a TikTok link, right? And I text him, and I'm like, I'm going to try my best to figure out what that is. 2 hours later.
As soon as I got that text, I was laughing. I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, there was no way. There was genuinely no way I was going to get that.
But I appreciate the effort.
Well, I wanted to put in the effort. I was like, I have a 5-minute car ride to get where I'm going right now.
That's a lot of minutes.
I'm going to think about it, and then I'll text him when I get there. And then it was like 2 hours later. And I was like, I never answered it. So I was like, I'm just going to open it. I know I couldn't really guess anything. I thought maybe my wife guessed Roman Reigns' theme song, for what it's worth. Trolling me with that. Which that wouldn't hurt my feelings.
You're just a little Roman Reigns hater.
I've always kind of been a hater on that guy. Yeah. He's great these days. They finally found something that worked. My issue is it took 7 years to do so.
That's not his fault, though.
Don't get me started. It's partially his fault. Yes, it is partially his fault. Yeah, it is. So... partially his fault. They didn't have to book him the way they did. That's not his fault. But they did, and he never got any better for 7 years. That's his fault. I digress. Anyways, we have a great episode prepared for you guys tonight. Tonight? It could not be tonight.
This
We
morning.
I got a weird conversation to have with Hearn that I just want his general thoughts on. Kind of like a shower thought that I've had before. And I'm just like, why is it this way? And then my guy, the sucker from Saffron City, the black cap chickadee, the guy that goes Mao, he has the hot take of the week this week, which I'm
Yes,
really
sir.
excited for. What's your like hotness level 1 to 10 hot take of the week this week? 3, 4.
We'll have to disclose afterwards. I don't want to give away too much.
Okay, interesting. And then after that, we're going to talk about one of my favorite concepts on all of the internet, Mandela effects. By the way, my other favorite concept is probably lost media. You know about lost media?
Lost media. Explain.
Lost media is essentially this concept of something, whether it be any form of media. It could be a comic book, a movie, a cartoon episode, a commercial, a song even. That there is some evidence of it having existed, but you can't find it anywhere. Like, there's a SpongeBob Got Milk ad, okay? Someone's like, I remember this SpongeBob Got Milk ad. I swear he had one. Can somebody help me find it? And nobody found it for like 3 years. But then they did find it. But during that time, it was lost media. Hey, this thing existed. I remember it. I can't find it. And no one can find it. That's lost media, okay?
Okay.
There is a song that I guess you would call lost media. It's definitely lost media. It's definitely a lost media song. It was an absolute banger. Boppity bop, slap your knee, 10 out of 10 banger. Okay?
Okay.
That this guy posted on a website that is specifically designed for people to help find out their songs, by the way. It's designed to be like, what is this song? And someone answers, it's this song. You know, as Boom Boom Pow. Right? What, Orville? Do you hear him?
No.
I bet it. We have noise suppression on. We figured this out.
Through the
You can't
recording.
hear my
Through the
cats coming
recording,
through
it might
because
be.
they don't have human voices.
I'll
I'd be
escalate it,
shocked
don't
if the wavelengths didn't pick him up just now.
I'll make sure it does.
Anyways. Rest in peace, Luigi.
I've been thinking about.
It's so good. Hashtag headaches and hot takes deep cut. Anyways, back to the subject, which is not the subject I intend on starting this episode with.
Of course it isn't. Of course it's not.
There was this song. It was like a 12-second clip of a song. And I mean, it's an absolute banger, okay? I might literally send you the snippet to put in the episode. I don't know what we'll do video-wise because, I mean, you know.
We'll just sit here.
But we should just dance for like 12 seconds. We should just be like.
How uppity is it? How fast do I need to dance?
It's like.
Very nice.
So you'll take me humming out of there, and then we'll put that in over it if you so are inclined, okay? Does that sound cool?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
That song. No one knew what that song was for ages. And I mean, people were dissecting that clip, being like, what is this from? It's been lost for years, okay? Years. It just got found. It just got found.
What was
It
it?
went mega viral on TikTok already this year, by the way. And I knew about it already, but it went mega viral. And I was like, I'm pumped that this got mega viral because I need somebody to know what the song is. I need someone to find it, and I want to listen to it.
Okay.
It was a song specifically made for porn. You wouldn't guess it by the little clip. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
How is a song specifically made for porn? What do you mean?
Right? Right?
That's weird. That's
With
weird
like
already.
lyrics and everything, dude. I'm like,
Ooh.
I guess my understanding of it, I don't know if they like found the date of like release for this or not, but I think it would have been like late 90s. And I guess porn in the late 90s was just a different landscape. Okay? I don't know. I mean, is that pre-internet technically? I don't know how that. You had to go to.
I don't think a lot of people. Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't. I would say the majority of people didn't have like at home, reliable internet in the 90s. Yeah.
So, different world. I watched Friends just a couple days ago, and Ross made a joke about like, oh, I know that place. That used to be an adult video florist. He says instead of an adult video store. You know, those things that definitely. I shouldn't say don't exist. Should not exist. And the funny thing about it is the guy that posted it, he caused such a stir because if he would have been honest about where he got that little clip from, it would have been found years ago and never would have gotten Steam. I wouldn't know this wonderful song that's been stuck in my head for on and off for a couple of years that I'm now ashamed about. Like I've been dying for this song to get found.
You got a Game of Thrones song stuck in your head.
Didn't I though? So I mean, someone posted the link to just the song. Don't get me wrong. Someone posted the link on Twitter.
Ooh.
A link to the song on Twitter, and they were like,
sauce? He
deliberately chose the longest portion of the song without any moans or skin clapping. So, and they were like, here's the full thing. And I actually still have not listened to it because, I mean, I'm not kidding you. That, like, ruined my day. That, like, ruined my day when it got found out.
You're just blue balling all of us. What is the song?
It's called Everyone. I don't know what the actual song title is called, but it was colloquially called Everyone Knows That.
Never heard that. Never heard that in my life.
Thoughts? No, you haven't heard it. It was lost. It's not gonna be a song that you're like, I've heard this song on the radio. It's like lost.
It is weird. You're like, I've had it stuck in my head on and off for years, and I'm like, I've never heard this in my life.
Well, I'm on that side of the internet. We're looking for lost media. You know, what
you're
I mean?
on the porn side of the internet. That is, yeah, that's right.
And that relates closely to Mandela effects, which we're going to talk closely about, or more about later. I mean, what did you think of that 15-second clip? Decent song?
I guess.
Okay. I
wouldn't have it in my light library, no.
I don't know that I will either, now that the whole thing's out. Especially knowing...
I don't know if I'll have, like, the song with, like, sexual spanking and moans in it in my light library. I really... You said skin smacking sounds and moans. What do you mean?
It
That's
did
exactly
have
what you
that.
just said.
The original version, someone found a normal version of it. That wasn't I just sent you as a normal version.
Oh, I listened to only what you told me to listen to. I was expecting to hear moans and I listened to other parts.
No, there wasn't.
There's no moans in here. 2 out of 10.
This doesn't have any... You know, that joke, I was like, these are just penises.
These are just penises.
These aren't penises. I was expecting penises. Anyways.
I love how this isn't even what you wanted to talk about. So, like, this is once again, like,
this is what the viewers want.
What? How did you think of this? Was it still in your head?
Mandela effects and that side of the internet and lost media is being closely related to it. Very closely related to it.
You know how they say that, like, men's brains and women's brains? Have you heard of this? That, like, men's brains are like boxes in your garage. And it's like you can go to your garage and you're like, I need the history box. Here it is. I'm in the history box. I don't need the history box. There it goes. We're one thing at a time. And sometimes we can think about nothing. We have no box. Women's brains, apparently, are like a plate of spaghetti where it's like everything is interwoven and somehow connected to something else.
How true is that?
Do you have woman brain? I'm diagnosing you with woman brain.
No, I just think...
It makes absolutely no sense.
I have a mental disorder is what I have. And I think my boxes are messed up. They're not categorized.
They're mislabeled.
Well at all.
You're like, here's the history box. You're like, porno songs.
Dude, the funniest thing about it, I kid you not, the amount of times on this hunt, because I'd see updates on it every now and then, like people being like, we've got another lead, see if this helps, right? And eventually that is how it was solved. Where someone was like, I could be wrong, but I think this might be by Christopher David Booth. I have the name right in front of me, obviously. And long story short, someone figured out, oh, there was a portion of his career where he just did songs for pornos. And went down that rabbit hole. God bless their soul. They've paid all debts to society for the future. And then they found it. So, but the funny thing about it is, so many times during this, more than any other lost song I've ever seen, people were like, my grandma swears she knows this song.
Oh, grandma, outing yourself.
I swear that happens so many times. It was grandparents, always. My grandma swears she knows this song. So
I wish I could find my play history on Spotify because literally last week, my wife said there's somebody on TikTok. I don't know if they have a trend of doing this or if it just randomly happened, but apparently they had, I think it was like an autistic daughter, and she was trying to sing some song, but she couldn't remember what song it was. She knew like a 3-second snippet, and the parents couldn't figure it out. They're like, "What is this song?" And apparently they took to TikTok and like trying to figure it out, and people eventually figured it out.
Love it.
My wife did that. My wife in that sentence said, like, "Do you know the song?" And like within seconds, I was like, "I do know that," and I found it on Spotify. And I wish I could find like my search history on Spotify just to find what song that was. But I need to check in this like community or whatever of like, "Yo, what's this song?"
Media.
Because I love like I have heard that.
I don't think you would have known that one for what it's worth.
I wouldn't have known a porno song though. That's right up your alley. You're the one that said I'm on that side of the internet. You literally said I am on that side of the internet.
Not that side of the internet. Hey,
That's
yo!
what you said. That's what you said.
I'm on the lost media side of the internet, not the lost porno song side of the internet. We didn't know what we were looking for. Okay, we didn't know.
Like,
we just said here's a song. For what it's worth, for a long time, somebody swore that A, the singer was Japanese. Not true. B, the recording, which the person said, I have this recording of a song. He ripped the song from the video and lied about how he got it. He was like, I have this song that... They're like, well, we think that you got this from like a European country. Like crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Ridiculous. He did not help anybody. Anyways,
Wild.
Let's get to the actual subject that I wanted to talk about. And that is, have you ever thought that it's weird that, you know, men looking to appeal to women smell a certain way if you're putting on like manly deodorants, right? And then women looking to appeal to men smell a certain way. And we would tend to describe these as the men smelling manly and the woman smelling girly. Okay?
Womanly,
you might say. People are asking. Mm-hmm. Okay. If the idea of that attracting to you is, you know, oh, I like the way she smells. She smells like a strawberry breeze, right? Does that not imply that you like girly scents? Right? Because I'll be straight up. I do. I like girly scents. I'm like, ooh, smells great. You know what I mean? Don't give me burnt leather. All right? I'll never forget how pissed I was as a kid. I got a cologne that was leather, like fine, rare leathers. It was the worst. Hated it.
So you're saying even for your cologne or whatever, you like girly scents, or just in general
No.
you like girly scents, which is
Yeah. I'm questioning why we don't. I think the role should be reversed. Shouldn't you wear scents that you like for the most part? If you don't like your own scent of stuff you're putting on, is that not weird?
So
I'm just
well,
questioning
first off,
society
yeah,
on this a little bit.
I think you should like what you're putting on, but I will say this literally got brought up the last time my brother was in town. We were getting ready to go somewhere, and I just taken a shower, and I use spray deodorant a lot.
Okay.
And he's like, man, that smells good. What is that? I was like, it's women's spray deodorant. I have for a year and a half, 2 years, I have used Dove women's spray deodorant. I think it smells amazing. And yes, it is like lavender breeze or whatever the thing is, you know, but it smells good, and it makes me smell good all day. So, and
it's not a Dove ad.
I haven't like worn. I can't remember the last time I wore cologne. I really don't. Do you wear cologne like frequently? No,
okay. Never. Literally never.
But so I'm confused as to what you're saying, because yes, if a woman walked into a room smelling like Axe, I would not be.
And obviously, you can get into the whole like. I'm just going very black and white here with this. You know, I'm not meaning to delve into any further conversations on that side of things. I'm saying if a man wants to attract a woman, he puts on manly scents, right?
Yeah.
You know, Irish Thunder Rocks or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
That's
and
what I
then
wear.
If a woman wants to attract a man, she puts on girly scents of, again, I said strawberry breeze. Kat has she had a strawberry pound cake lotion that I really liked. She has like a maple one that I really liked. Oh, that was the curveball. I just remembered the curveball. The actual one I wanted to say.
You just started this assuming you'd find it?
We're good. This was a separate thing I want to talk about. There was a separate thing I wanted to talk about. That I forgot. I was like, I'll pull one out of the vault. I think I said that. So I pulled one out of the vault. And then, anyways, I like it when she smells like these things. Blueberry muffins, strawberry pound cake, lilacs.
You got a food fetish.
Lilac. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So why shouldn't I, per society standards, as a straight man who should I be on the open market, which I'm not, trying to attract a woman, why shouldn't I be smelling like that? I'm like, this is the scent I like. And I guess no one's stopping me. I'm just saying, per society standards, that's not what you do. Isn't that weird?
No, I don't think so. I don't think... Because like I said, if a girl walked into... If my wife tomorrow morning walked out of the shower and she sprayed like Axe body spray on, I'd be like, I don't like that. What are you doing?
Right.
So no.
But was she like that, though? Do most women actually like really strong colognes?
But I think that's the thing. I think we can differentiate. It's not like, ooh, Axe. It's like, oh, that guy is wearing Axe. Or, oh, that girl smells like lavender or whatever. That makes you more... Right. That, like, draws your attention to the person. And then the person is what then you're looking at or whatever.
But there is a whole term that I'm 1,000% positive you've heard, and that's aphrodisiac, right?
Yes.
What's an aphrodisiac? Yes. As in, like, a natural, turn-on scent. I doubt anything that men are using is any of that. I don't think men's colognes smell good to women. I don't. Kat likes the smell of my deodorant, I will say. That's the only scent thing I put on. Right? I don't put on cologne. I put on deodorant.
Right.
Shocker. Right? That guy puts on deodorant.
Whoa!
I wouldn't have guessed.
I wouldn't.
But, she does like the smell of my deodorant, but she always says, like, oh, it smells like you. Well, yeah, I've used it for forever, right?
Right.
I think if I was using strawberry deodorant, she'd be like, oh, I love your deodorant. It smells like you. You know what I mean? She used to take T-shirts of mine home with her because she's like, it smells like you. I'm like, it's my deodorant. You smelling my deodorant.
I love your deodorant.
There you go with the whispering. My favorite thing.
I'm gonna eat your deodorant. I'm gonna take a bite out of it.
Have you seen that prank of somebody eating the deodorant?
Sal.
That's I was gonna say it was Sal, right? He pulls it out.
Takes a bite out of the deodorant.
He does. Stop whispering! I hate it. I hate it so much. Your faces.
I love it like
so good.
I love it like 2 weeks ago whenever I started singing, I was like, call one. He's like, stop.
It was pretty meaty too. I was like, no, sir. Not today. No, no way, pal. That's not how this works.
It was and then you said, oh, you're doing the Stanley Steamer. Like, I love that that's already like become a thing. Oh, he's doing the Stanley Steamer. Like, it's become a thing.
Which did I start he's just that? Doing the I think I was like steamer of a hot take, and then we were like Stanley Steamer.
No, like, yeah, great I can't remember how it started, but now it's become a thing where like I sing the 1-800 Steamer.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
and you're like, oh, you're doing the 1-800 Steamer. Like, I thought,
like we're cool now. Oh. Speaking of jingles, by the way, because the 1-800 Steamer jingle, all timer. Oh. So glad that you have now. What?
I love you, pal. Just continue.
I'm going to.
I just love how
this podcast is.
You're gonna go on like the
exactly what I want this podcast to be. And every time I do it, you go, "Oh brother, this guy stinks."
I go, "Oh brother," because this is the 8th tangent we've gone on. We still haven't gotten to whatever the original curveball was supposed to be. We've had 2 others. Well, that's
because I wasn't actually going to talk about the original curveball. You discovered
what the original one was, and then here we go on another one. I love it. I sincerely love the flow.
It doesn't seem like you do.
But the fact is, we're gonna get like 2 sentences in, so you're gonna be like, "All right, back to like, what?" The criteria for like when we go on tangents versus when we don't is so obscure. I can't pinpoint it. I feel like a listener. I'm like along for the ride. Like, what are we talking about next? I don't know.
You're hurting my lungs. You're making my chest hurt. Shut up. I forgot the original curveball. I heard it in another podcast. I wanted to talk to you about it. I had Kat text it to me because I was driving, and then I forgot to reference that, even though I had to reference it for one of your nicknames because the same thing happened.
It's in one of my nicknames, and you still forgot?
No, it's not in one of your nicknames.
Okay.
Your nickname I had texted. I had Kat text me an idea for one of your nicknames that I had. I was like, hey, text me that so I don't forget it. I heard someone call you that and then had to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, what was I going to get on next?
I don't know. I was
forgot at this
too
point.
busy laughing.
Thanks,
I admittedly
pal.
was too busy laughing. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. The original curveball I wanted to have was, what do you prefer as a flavor, maple or honey?
I don't know of many maple things other than I feel
Right.
like you see maple a lot.
It is
Obviously,
obscure.
maple syrup. You see, I think maple you might see with like sausage / bacon.
Yes. Other than that, it's pretty much pastries.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with honey. I like a honey chicken biscuit. I like a honey
yeah.
blankety blank. I like honey. Honey is
I'm into the blankety blanks, yeah.
cover a blankety blank in honey. I'll eat it.
Blankety blank.
Oh, what was that?
SpongeBob, Mrs. Puff.
Was she trying to like get him to fill in the
What I
essay
learned
or
in
whatever?
boating school is, I think, right?
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. Blankety blank. I think
He had
you're
to
right.
have 3 words, I think. He
Yeah.
struggled to. I saw somebody
What I
pose
learned
that
in boating
question.
school is.
I don't know why. Somebody posed that question on a food podcast that I listened to. A Hot Dog is a Sandwich. Great podcast that I do highly recommend. I was like, that's actually a great debate that I don't think anybody's ever had because they do a lot of the same things. You know what I mean?
A lot of the same things. What do you mean?
They're overly sweet. When I say the same things, I'm saying like honey versus maple syrup, I'm going to say. And if
Oh,
you
they
put those
compare
into
a lot
other
of the same
things-
things you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Make sense?
Yes.
So-
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But I like, Chick-fil-A did that honey, pepper, pimento, cheese sandwich last year. Remember that?
No.
Okay. It was a thing. Take my word for it. It was great.
All right, how
really
about-
good. And I was thinking, I went down the rabbit hole like, well, what do I really put honey on? What are some items that have honey? And could I substitute maple or maple syrup on that and it'd be just as good? That's an example. I'm like, that would actually be banging. That'd be banging. Right? Banging.
Unequivocally bussin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. No real thoughts on that. Just kind of like.
No, I would say honey. I agree that I will admit if you like sausage and bacon a lot more than I do, then maybe maple will play more of a role.
Yeah, f you for not
That's
liking
just-
bacon, by the way. Honestly,
I love
Straight
bacon.
up.
I love bacon.
But you're not like you're not as gung ho about it as you should be. Definitely not as gung ho as you should
Okay.
be about sausage.
Sausage is terrible.
No, it's not.
Bacon. What do you mean? I literally. I would feel comfortable saying I love bacon. What do you mean? I don't
Okay,
like it as much
okay.
as I should.
We talked about breakfast meats and how you're not overly into breakfast meats, right?
Because it's not like you can't have like it's not a meat. It's like a side. It's like it is technically a meat, but it's not like you can't have an
The egg is the
entree of
entree,
bacon.
right? Or the biscuit.
Yeah, breakfast is weird. Breakfast is weird. You're gonna have like pancakes is like your entree, and then bacon's the side. Is that weird? Technically, I guess, but I think
Yeah.
it's just how it goes.
I love it though. I mean, they're kind of all entrees if you think about it. You could have just bacon. You could have just eggs. You could have just biscuits and gravy. Put them all 3 together, and I'm having a great morning. You know what I mean?
That's true. I agree. Yeah.
So breakfast is great for that. Not bad for that. Don't you act otherwise, sir.
I didn't say it was bad.
Now do you know what you've learned in boating school today?
What I learned boating school is
Bacon, sausage, grits. What do you like
BLTs, dude. BLTs are a terrible sandwich, though.
No.
BLTs are terrible.
Come on.
There's no, because we just said that bacon is like a side meat. There's no actual filling to a BLT.
So is most like ham.
I like bacon, I love lettuce, and now I like tomato. I love all aspects of a BLT. I'm never going to ask for one whenever there's steak hoagies and burgers and everything else available. No way.
It's a lighter option that can still be satisfying in the right circumstance. I had a BLT
It's
just
not-
last weekend at Kings Island. It was banging, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure like at an amusement park where all the
It was
food
a
is
sit-down
questionable.
restaurant in an amusement park that sold like barbecue and stuff like that. I get
sure
that it's
it
not
did.
fine dining. Fine dining and breathing. It wasn't fine dining, okay?
I get that, but so you can't use an example at Kings Island to your advantage. You just can't. BLT.
Okay.
I'm not saying BLTs are. I can't remember what my first sentence was at this point. Maybe I did say BLTs are bad. I don't think they're bad. It's just
I
it's
think
one of
you
those
said
things
it's a
where
bad
like
sandwich, I think.
compared, it's a waste of a sandwich. How about that? Like I'm
Way
like, why? Why? Why would I ever pick a BLT when there's a burger, when there's a chicken sandwich, when there's a steak hoagie, when there's a...
Think of the calories. I want a
I
nice
don't
sandwich
care.
that tastes great, and it's going to be a nice little flavor explosion in my mouth.
There's no way BLTs are that healthy. It's got bacon on it. There's no
I said
way.
healthy. I just said low cal. Lower cal than a chicken sandwich?
Obviously,
Yes.
obviously, low cal typically ensues healthier. I don't think that's outlandish.
The average, how many calories are in a BLT if I just Google it? I mean, obviously, this is very much not scientific.
You do that, and how much is a BLT healthy?
It's definitely not healthy. I already said it's not healthy.
Then what? What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
A lot of saturated fat, which increases the risk of heart disease and stroke.
I did not say they were healthy, you whore.
Then what is the point of saying it's low calorie? What is the point?
First of all,
Because we don't even know if it is, first off.
We
We don't even know if it is.
A lot of people just count calories. Okay? That's
A lot of people are stupid.
I'm doing that right now. I'm not trying to be, oh, my cholesterol. I'm like, I literally need to not have too many calories so that I run a calorie deficit and I can, achieve my fitness goals. A BLT, if you just Google how much is in a chicken sandwich versus how much is in a BLT, 200 less calories.
I don't care. I don't care. If you're on Weight Watchers, good for you, and you can count out the extra 200 calories to put towards your Chick-fil-A fries for dinner. That's fine. I don't care. 200 calories is nothing. That's literally 10% of your daily amount of calories. I don't care. Do not care.
I'm just saying it's a lighter option, and there are places in this world for a lighter option.
It's lighter because it's not as filling and it's not as satisfying. Name me a lighter option of
taste-wise, it's
anything.
just as satisfying. Taste-wise,
No,
it
it's
is
not.
just as satisfying.
As a chicken sandwich?
Taste-wise, yes.
No.
I have it. I'm like, that was great. Thank you.
If you're
Just
at
last
an
night at
amusement
Cookout.
park
You
and
like
you
Cookout,
haven't
right?
eaten all day, Cookout's another. You're not helping yourself by giving Cookout and an amusement park.
Last
as
night I had
examples
a chicken wrap and a bacon wrap from Cookout. Both equally as satisfying. Absolutely. Taste-wise.
What else in a bacon wrap?
Taste-wise.
What
Taste-wise.
else in a bacon wrap?
What would you say is in a chicken wrap?
I don't know. I'm asking. I'm asking what was in that chicken wrap and what was in
The
that
wraps
bacon wrap.
have they're a tortilla with cheese, lettuce, and ranch, and then you put either bacon or chicken in it. That's it.
I like bacon. I don't like bacon enough, nor do I think it's filling enough, satisfying enough. I don't know what the exact word
Taste-wise,
is.
though. Taste-wise, it's not satisfying enough?
I don't care about taste as much as I care about.
That's why I'm eating those food.
If I eat this, am I going to be hungry again in an hour? That matters a lot to me when I'm eating.
Okay.
Is it filling? Is this good? BLTs are a great snack. I'll give you that all day. They're a great snack.
Yeah.
I will
You
not
would
have a
never do it
BLT for dinner. No way.
I have done it in my adult life for dinner. Yes. They're good.
Unless you have a ton of fries for a side or something, you need more.
Well, for what it's
or
worth,
two
I
BLTs or-
acknowledge that, filling-wise, they're not as filling. And I have to do a little more to give. I'm not denying that, even a little bit. Again, there's less calories. Of course, you need more to get more full.
So
Yes,
why am
get that.
I? So are you arguing with me that chicken sandwiches, burgers, barbecue, not barbecue? I'm sorry,
Braised
I don't know where
beef is
barbecue came
brilliant.
from. Braised beef is brilliant. Are you disagreeing with me that chicken sandwiches, burgers, steak hoagies are better than BLTs? Are you disagreeing? They are a tier above. They 100% are a tier above BLTs.
I guess, yes. I'm not disagreeing with that. I disagree with you saying they're bad. Okay?
Okay,
never
if
want
I
one.
ever said that, I
think
probably
you said
did
that.
my. I
you
probably
said-
did my classic I'm comparing this to this, so I'm never gonna get this. Whatever. I will admit that. If I said they were bad, they are not bad. Will I ever? 99 times out of 100, I'm not getting a BLT. Probably
Okay,
100 times out of
hypothetical
100.
here. One more hypothetical. You're at a restaurant getting dinner. I can think of a place, a nicer restaurant that I've been to that does have BLTs on the menu. Okay? You're getting the sugary soda, or in your case, the tea. Bunch of calories. Again, I'm bringing calories into this. I am bringing calories into this, okay? You're getting the sugary soda or the sugary tea. There's a bunch of calories right there. You're getting the french fries as the side. Bunch of calories right there. Okay, one of the more higher calorie sides. It has no value to you to make that an 800 calorie meal versus a 1,000 calorie meal and the taste, like the satisfaction from the taste being the same?
It's not for me though. The satisfaction for the taste is not the same, and even if
like
it were, you admitted it's not as filling. Even if the taste is the same, it's not as filling. You admit it.
I mean, my God.
So I'm going
to
choke.
I don't need it for breakfast.
No, but we're talking about like our choice of dinner.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna choose a BLT just because it has 200 less calories. That's not worth it. It is not worth that.
They're good. I'm sorry, they're good.
It's not worth that.
Love it. So
it's not worth it.
All right. Well, I digest. I'll let you have it, and we can go our separate ways.
At this point, I'm gonna say my hot take, and then we're gonna end the episode because we're
Yeah. For
We're
what it's worth,
gonna
my bit with you is not very long, so we're cool.
Okay, well, let's see. Are you ready for the hot take of the week?
Hot take of the week. I'll sit here and shut up.
No. Actually, this is gonna be like you'll notice. You will notice a point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start ranting, and here you go. But first, I'm gonna ask you some questions. We're going to, buddy. We're going to bring back one of the subjects we talked about a lot on this show, which is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've talked about it a few times. It's one of the few like movie eras, one of the few movie sagas that both of us have watched. We know a decent amount about. Just the lull that has been overall.
Boring.
Post-Endgame.
Post-game. You can say that.
Post-game.
This is the post-game. Yeah.
It's post-game. Post-End-War has been, obviously, I think a lot of people would say pretty...
In-war?
Did I say in-war?
Yeah.
Post-Endgame has been what I think a lot of people would agree is pretty unsatisfying compared to the rest. There are some gems, which some gems, obviously,
WandaVision.
Okay, I honestly don't count the shows, so let's subside the shows. There are some gems. You're probably going to say Multiverse of Madness. I would say, obviously, like Guardians, No Way Home. There's a few gems, but overall, the post-Endgame MCU has been rather slacking. I think we can all agree.
Yes, to say the least.
I'm here today to talk about a particular film that I think the masses has wrong.
Okay. I'm ready. Which one's it going to be?
The movie that I feel like was the most overhyped and the most underdelivered movie of all time.
I'm going to kill you,
Multiverse of Madness.
I'm going to kill you, bro.
Multiverse of Madness, dude. Do you know where it ranks?
Movie. I got to shut up now.
Do you know where it ranks? I'll ask you this question. One more question. Do you know where it ranks in post-Endgame projects? Do you know what it's better than? It's better than Eternals, The Marvels, and Quantumania. That's all it's better than.
Probably, yeah. To most people.
That's not good. That's not good.
To me,
Guardians, No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Far From Home is better than
Black Panther 2 is better than
Wakanda Forever is better than Multiverse of Madness.
You think so?
It's rated so, and I would agree, yes.
On what? Oh, my God.
This is all, I did all audience scores because I couldn't care less about
You're talking to someone who, like, you're picking on me here. You're picking on me here. These are my two favorites.
Good, dude. It's not a good movie. And Wanda and Strange, dude, here we go. This is it. Multiverse of Madness is not good. Wanda and Strange both, dude. I'm going to focus in on Multiverse of Madness, okay? It's bad. I'm sorry, dude. It's literally bad. From the point, there's so many points. Wong literally says, hey, yo, you know America could, like, drop you off in one of these universes where your kids exist. Wanda's excuse is, what if my kids get sick? So she's going to kill a child over the possibility of her kids getting sick. Get out. Terrible excuse. She's going to kill a child over that. The entire Illuminati scene is one of, I'm not exaggerating, you know how much I hate the first Avengers. It is right there. Avengers corny, the Illuminati scene corny. It is so terrible. I don't know who instructed the actors and actresses.
The Illuminati.
You're going to make this face.
The other universe's Avengers?
What?
I've only seen it the one time, and at this point, it's been like almost 2 years. I might be forgetting. What's the Illuminati scene?
The Illuminati is when Doctor Strange meets the smartest man alive, Reed Richards, and Captain Carter.
I thought that was that universe's Avengers. My fault.
I think it might more or less be. Honestly, okay. I agree. I've seen it like once and a half.
Corny? The
whole scene's corny, dude. Whenever like what's her name? She's like that universe is like Captain Marvel. She's like she literally goes. Right? No, there's Captain Carter. That's Captain America.
Yeah,
Captain Marvel.
She's literally Captain Marvel, I think. Yeah.
Yes. She goes like, oh, we can handle your little witch. That's literally what she does with the camera. What are we doing? When Captain Carter shows up, like she slams her shield and it bounces around Doctor Strange. Oh no, I'm Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, a frisbee. That's not scary. Shut up, Captain Carter. Yes. And then she goes. She has the weirdest face ever. I don't know what that is. The whole scene's weird. Don't get me started.
Group, I will say that's a lame group.
It's the lamest group since the Avengers. We have not seen a lamer group since Avengers 1 Avengers, Hawkeye drawing his bow in Loki's face. We have not seen a more corny group. And it's the Illuminati. It's supposed to be one of the coolest groups we've ever seen. The smartest man alive. So don't get me started on that. The smartest man alive. Oh, Wanda. This is how you beat the most powerful man in the room. I'm going to tell you, as the smartest man alive. It's the dumbest writing in years of the MCU.
I just enjoyed, as a Scarlet Witch fan, watching Wanda just destroy all of them. Though it was fan service.
Yeah. Thanks to the classic, the classic. This Illuminati, which took down Thanos, this Illuminati fell victim to the classic. There's 6 of us here. We're the strongest people alive. Let's attack her one at a time. You go, and I'll stand here. That. Okay, now you go, and I'll stand here.
That's how we win all of our Fortnite games, is people attack us all one at a time. We're all 3 just like one shot from each of us. And it's so stupid. They go one at a time. And we're like, you idiots. Like, what are you doing?
It's so stupid. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Fantastic. I'm going to tell you how to defeat the most powerful one here, and I'm just going to go and stretch my arm at you. What are we doing? What are we doing? Wanda in that movie, too. Who's on Wanda's side? If you were on Wanda's side in Multiverse of Madness, sound off. She wants to kill a child over the possibility of her kids getting sick. That is almost verbatim what she says.
I feel for her, though. But hold on. Because what universe could Wong drop her into? Because she's in all these other universes. America. She has to kill herself. I mean, America, too. America, my fault.
Yes. He says, you'd have to, force America to do it, probably. Because, yes, I guess America would know, well, if I drop her off in this universe, she's going to kill her in that movie or in that universe, whatever. Maybe they could Rick and Morty it
that at some point.
Maybe they could Rick and Morty it and find some universe where Wanda just conveniently dies and she could take her place, whatever.
She does have cancer in one of the Marvel comics, by the way. She just gets cancer and dies in one of the Marvel comics.
Nice.
Wow.
Who is on Wanda's side? Like the quote in that movie that she tells Strange, you break the rules and it's fine. I break the rules and I'm evil. Strange broke the rules to save the literal multiverse.
Yeah.
You enslaved a town and are now wanting to kill a child. Don't act like you're the same at all. You're not.
I just feel for her. I'm sorry.
I don't feel for Wanda at all, and I honestly, that's another thing I hate for the movie. I hate that I have to do homework to watch this movie, because if you watch this movie without knowing what happens in WandaVerse, is it WandaVision? Have fun catch up, because they don't do a great job of explaining why does she care about these kids.
No, but that's anything these days. That's an indictment on that movie specifically. That's the whole MCU's premise.
But
imagine showing up to Avengers Infinity War. You're gonna be so confused.
Okay, yeah, the biggest project in 10 years. This should be this is a Doctor Strange movie. I shouldn't have to do homework to watch a Doctor Strange movie. And that part is not the film's fault that it was so overhyped, but to call it Multiverse of Madness, name the cameos we got in there. What lasting cameo did we get in
Multiverse? Other significant universes they were in.
We are about to, in Deadpool 3, get so much more multiverse than we ever did in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
They were in other universes. That's the multiverse. What do you mean?
But when you come out with a Marvel project of multiverse, people are expecting to see Sam Raimi's Spider-Man again. They're expecting to see what's his name, Iron Man, that's still alive. They're expecting to see all this stuff, not a universe where everything is just shape. What are we doing? That was a thing.
That's true. One of those universes was really lame. Yeah.
It's not good. I think Strange is perhaps one of the corniest people across I was thinking about it. I was like, He's corny. Strange's average line is corny. Strange line, I'm like, God, here he goes. He's cool.
I've come to bargain.
He's able to. His ability is great. I think he's one of the few people that could one-on-one Thanos and not die.
Yeah, I don't think he beats him.
Doesn't mean he's not
he's
terrible.
I think Scarlet Witch beats him.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch, yes. According to fan scores, Guardians is better, which I fully agree. No Way Home is better, fully agree.
What was the other one? What was the second one you said?
No Way Home.
Yeah, I agree.
Guardians, No Way Home. Shang-Chi. Have you seen Shang-Chi?
I've not. It's better. Is it easily
I
better?
would say yes, and it is rated yes. And it is rated better,
Didn't
yes.
they not do a sequel for that because of how poorly it did?
I don't think that's necessarily why. I mean, it's rated as the third best post-Endgame project.
Okay, but I did not see Shang-Chi. No.
It's above Far From Home, which honestly, I thought Far From Home was rather. I'm not saying it was bad, but Far From Home is.
It was a little underwhelming, but No Way Home's great.
Yeah. Wakanda Forever, which I honestly, the best part of Wakanda Forever was Namor. Have you seen Wakanda Forever?
I'm not going to watch Wakanda Forever. Straight up not.
Namor is fantastic. He's the best part of Wakanda Forever. I haven't seen Eternals. I haven't seen the Marvels.
I'm not going to watch
because
either of those.
Thor: Love and Thunder is rated almost the exact same as Multiverse of Madness. They are close.
Dang,
I personally, I would rather watch Thor: Love and Thunder than Multiverse of Madness.
Come on, bro.
And then Quantumania, which again I haven't watched, but
We're never going to
Quantumania
agree
is the
on this.
lowest.
In part because so much of Multiverse of Madness was Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch fan service. So much. It's fan servicey, dude. It's fan. You're like, it's corny. I'm like, it's Doctor Strange fan service.
What
You know
part
I'm
is fan service? What?
I'm just saying. I'm saying the whole premise of the movie being like we're gonna travel through the multiverse and Strange has to help save the day. He's the only person that makes sense to do that in the MCU, to me, because when you're dealing with the people that he's dealing with, and then if you're into the Scarlet Witch, as my wife and I both are, and she is the only version of herself that doesn't have her kids, I just feel for her until she does the thing she does, of course. And so it's fan servicey to see, I'm going to go cause the most wrath over something that seems as simple in the grand scheme as I don't get my kids. That's not fair. I have no issues with that. I'm sorry. It's fan servicey. It's great.
Fan service is maybe it is / was. I don't know a whole lot of comics. I've said that before. If this were like a classic Wanda moment in the comics and they finally did it on the big screen, that's fan service.
Okay.
The fan service is not we got to watch Scarlet Witch wreck the Illuminati. That's not fan service.
How do you not feel that way? When you win. Have you seen that? That's basically what I was just doing.
I think fan service is stuff that specifically fans will get much more enjoyment out of than people who don't know it. Maybe I'm incorrect there, but like I've said, Godzilla King of the Monsters is the best fan service movie I've seen in a while because there's so much in Godzilla King of the Monsters that I'm like, oh wow, I remember watching it in a movie that came out in 1962. That's great.
When I say Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange are interchangeably my 1 and 2 favorite heroes, and I find it fan servicey, how do you disagree with that? And then you're like,
there's nothing there that's fan servicey. It's a Doctor Strange movie. Of course it's going to be fan service if that's your definition. The Spider-Man movie is fan service because it's Spider-Man. That's not how that works.
Not what I'm saying.
That's almost exactly what you're saying. So if we get to watch Spider-Man kick butt in the next Spider-Man movie, what a great fan service film. Yeah, it's a Spider-Man movie. He's going to do great in his own movie. That's obvious.
Where did you get that I'm saying that from? Where did that come from?
You just said, like, it was great to see Scarlet Witch, like, you empathize with Scarlet Witch and you get to see her go out and try to achieve this mission. Like, that's fan servicey. What?
It's fan servicey that she would go to the lengths that she did for her children. That is on par for Scarlet Witch. What's not clicking there?
That's what I'm saying. Just because a character does something that you're like, that's so Scarlet Witch, that's not fan service.
She's never done that before. She's never gone on a total rampage.
Nobody in the MCU has tried to kill a child.
Because I don't get my children. But that's pretty par for the course, so it's cool to see it on the big screen. And that's not fan servicey for you? No. You're going to moan and complain to me about the definition of fan service? Suck my balls.
Your definition of fan service is if a character does something that's very that character, but also hasn't been done before. So I'm hearing is that if a movie is decent at all at exemplifying its main character's traits, which every story should do, you think it's a great fan service. You think every Spider-Man movie is a great fan service. No,
I would say like the second, like No Way Home is definitely not fan servicey, for what it's worth.
That's the definition of fan service whenever they bring in past Spider-Mans on the big screen. I think that's the definition of fan service.
Say the wrong one? I meant to say Far From Home. I meant the one with
You might have. I heard No Way Home. You might have said Far From Home.
I definitely
I'm not going to slander you for that.
I definitely said No Way Home. No.
Okay.
Bringing back the other Spider-Mans is obvious fan service. I almost used that as a reference earlier. Yes.
Okay.
Duh.
So then how can you say like, yes?
Why are we getting stacked on this? This is so irrelevant anyway.
Because one of your pros for the movie is it's fan service, and it's not. It's not fan service.
How?
I agree that Strange and Wanda are both bad butts in that movie. They both wreck what they want to do. Wanda wrecking the Illuminati, whatever. I agree. They're both like unstoppable forces. And it's cool to see them be the most powerful people in the universe. As
you'll never get that anywhere else in the MCU with those two characters. And that's not fan service?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We got it
in Infinity War and Endgame.
Get that kind of dedicated time to be the unstoppable forces that they are. And then specifically for Wanda, the root of it all being something that is very on par for her character across every rendition of her, but has never happened before, but makes sense, and seeing it on the big screen, that's not fan servicey? This is a pointless argument.
You're saying we've never seen it before. In Infinity War, only two people went toe-to-toe with Thanos, and that's Iron Man and Doctor Strange.
Was the root of it all what I'm talking about? Being
no, but we've seen them. We have, I think in Endgame it was. In Endgame, Wanda about 1v1 soloed
for
Thanos.
Vision. Yeah. It's different with the kids.
Oh my God, what a stupid criteria. The fact is that Wanda is bad.
I'm just like, this is not fan service. And I'm like, I found it fan servicey to me as a fan.
I don't think it's a pro.
This is stupid.
You cannot say Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is so Spider-Man. The movie still sucks. It doesn't matter that it's a very comic accurate costume. That Gwen Stacy dying is comic accurate. It is very fan servicey. It's still a bad movie. It's still a bad movie. It's not a pro.
To you. Then the fan servicey enough wasn't enough to carry it. Why can't you just say that? This being very fan servicey doesn't carry it.
I don't think it was fan servicey at all. But even if you want to say it was, and I will say it's not. No, go back to Multiverse of Madness. Okay. If you want to say it's fan servicey, I disagree. Even if I said it was fan servicey, it's not good enough to make it a good movie. It's not. Okay. So that's my like one sentence summary.
I have heard nothing but gripes about this movie since it came out. It's not phasing.
It's not good.
It's fine.
It's not good.
I like it.
It fits in.
If people like you are why I don't get another standalone Doctor Strange movie, though, I'm gonna scream. The time between the first and the second Doctor Strange movies was egregious, and we've currently been left with a plot, a cliffhanger at the end of Multiverse of Madness.
She's not dead.
No, I know she's not dead. Yeah, I know she's not dead. I more so meant Strange getting his third eye and like, hey, we need you for a
worst
bigger
CGI
thing.
and post-Endgame MCU, yeah.
Well, we need you for something else bigger. But like, where's he at? We haven't seen him yet. I know we haven't had another Avengers movie, but like, I would like another standalone Strange movie. And if we don't get it because of people like you thinking,
it's not because of people like me. The movie's bad. It's the movie, not us. The movie is the movie.
Not like the entire premise at all. Do you think they could have taken that premise and done a better job with it?
1,000%. Yes.
Now, like, what parts of that though? Are we saying Strange protagonist, Wanda antagonist, with her cause being what it was? Could you have taken and done a better job?
Wanda is not. That's like another thing. Like Wanda is almost not an antagonist. She is, but she ping pongs. She goes from like literally 1v5ing, 1v6ing the Illuminati.
The classic, like I'm torn between two things.
That's a bad villain. That's a bad villain is one
Darth
that
Vader's a bad villain.
How is Anakin? How is Darth Vader akin? Huh?
He flip flops. He's a flip flopper. He goes back and forth between brutal. I just watched Revenge of the Sith again lately, right? When he turns, he goes back and forth a bit between I just want to save you, Padme, and I can overthrow Palpatine and we can rule the Republic, and I killed all the younglings. I'm gonna kill everyone. I hate all of you. You're a liar. He flip flops. He's a bad villain for that?
No. First off, I don't know that, obviously.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Just saying. He's the first person that came to my mind. He flip-flops.
I do think, like, I've seen clips, and it's a dope moment. The moment I think it's in the Obi-Wan show, whenever Obi-Wan and Vader are facing off, and he talks to Anakin for a second. And Anakin literally says, like, I am not your failure. That's a great scene. If you know what I'm talking about. I think I'm saying it correctly.
Breaks my heart.
That's a great scene. As a villain, Darth Vader being one of the most... I don't want to if he's one of the most ruthless villains, but he's a great villain.
He's up there. Yes.
So I'm like, okay, well, one of two things was happening in that moment. Either, like, we've established that there is Vader and there's Anakin. And in that moment, like, Anakin was more, like, in charge, whatever the word you want to use. And that's why he didn't just, like, slice Obi-Wan up in that moment. Or Vader is a, quote, bad villain in that, like, he's like... I'm gonna fight you for 20 minutes, but then right here, while we're saber to saber, I'm gonna talk to you and not cut your head off. That's a bad villain.
That's a bad villain. We disagree on that. Although
That's very. Did you watch?
I will say it's pretty established that like he's Anakin and then he's Vader and then he's Anakin again. Yeah, that is pretty established. It doesn't happen a lot.
Okay, if that's the thing, then I'm fine. I don't think Wanda does that in this movie. Wanda isn't like not want to kill everybody Wanda and then killing the whole Illuminati Wanda.
Because she doesn't do it. She has the opportunity to kill herself from another universe and slide herself right in, no problems, no questions asked, and doesn't do it.
She'd rather kill a child. She's terrible, dude. She's terrible in the whole movie. She's so bad.
Okay.
So that's my one sentence hot take.
She hasn't killed a child though, so
not to her. Not thanks to her. Thanks to Strange and everybody else. What are you talking about?
Right, but I mean,
what was the point of saying that? Well, Green Goblin didn't kill Mary Jane, so I guess he's okay. No, Spider-Man saves her. What are you talking about?
She never had that opportunity to kill America Chavez one-on-one on her own, like she did to easily and equally solve her own problem and didn't take. I'm just saying. And if she would have, I wouldn't feel like that was in. I wouldn't have had a problem if she killed America Chavez. Like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to be, oh, America Chavez is gone. Who cares? I need more villains that do kill people. I need more Thanoses. I need more Vaders.
We need more people to die, and we need more people to stay. We need more. I don't think anybody
gravity in situations.
Yes. My one sentence hot take is that Multiverse of Madness is overhyped. It underdelivered.
Was overhyped. Nobody hardly likes it now.
It fits in with post-Endgame projects. It's right there. It's not as bad as Eternals, the Marvel, She-Hulk, but it's not Guardians, Black Panther, Spider-Man, whatever. It is like...
I've not even seen it. There's no way the second Black Panther's better than that. But I digress. It's fine. Okay, I'll give you that. I've heard nothing but gripes about it. I'm clearly just missing something. Like, I like the characters. I find it fan servicey, and I enjoyed it. I plan on watching it again soon.
And I want to go back before I get tore apart by Star Wars fans. You said that you acted as if that's been established in the past of like there's Anakin and there's Vader and he kind of like struggles between the two.
He's referred to differently almost immediately whenever the switch happens. Like he has no suit, but he's like, oh, he's Darth Vader now in Episode 3.
Yes.
And then when he turns back, sort of, he still has the suit on, but like he helps Luke defeat Palpatine. Well, now he's Anakin again, and then he dies, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Then I'm gonna take back. I said one of two things. I said one of two things is happening. Either he is, sometimes I'm Anakin and sometimes I'm Vader, and that's fine. Or it's like I'm still Vader, but I'm gonna take this 5 minutes to talk to you first, and then which case I'm like, okay, that's stupid.
Okay.
So it sounds like the
it's
first
not a common flip. He doesn't flip flop all the time. But anyways.
But that is sincerely. I have not seen much Star Wars. Obviously, that moment of Obi-Wan and I guess technically Anakin talking is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's greatly done. Whenever his face is blue and then his face turns red again, like as Vader like takes over or whatever.
Dude.
Fantastic.
Wild.
Fantastic.
Heart-wrenching. The story of Anakin Skywalker is a tragedy. And I will leave it at that. It is a tragedy. It is a tragic story. So.
A broken villain, indeed.
Let us know on Twitter at HeadacheSPod what you think of Multiverse of Madness. Did you agree with Hearn or do you agree with me that it's a fine movie? I'm not saying it's my favorite. It's just I liked it. That's all.
We're all really quick in my rankings of movies that are technically rated above it. You haven't seen Black Panther 2, but you're going to see, or Shang-Chi. So I guess maybe you can't have an opinion.
I would say from my perception of it, it's probably on the level of Shang-Chi. I'm not going to say it's better than Guardians. And then what other one? Not better than the Spider-Man movies.
Guardians, No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Far From Home, Wakanda Forever. In that order.
I'd put it definitely above Wakanda Forever. Yeah. Definitively. Without even having
definitively putting it above a movie you haven't seen.
I don't have to, bro. I don't have to. I don't have to. Does that not seem like par for the course for me? I'm like,
Wakanda, and
I'm never
I'll say
wrong
Wakanda-
about stuff like this, by the way. If I see a preview and I hear reviews and I get the general gist of what's going on, I'm like, I would not like that movie. I don't think it would be a good movie for me. I'm never wrong. I've never been wrong on that. So I'm done taking that chance. I'm done.
fine.
I don't take those chances anymore. I'm never
Wakanda
wrong.
Forever for me was like what I liked about Wakanda Forever, I really liked, and what I hated, I really hated.
When it was good,
So
it was
that's-
really good, and for a really long time.
When
it
it's
was
good-
bad, it was really bad for a really long time.
Oh my god, it's good, and it's really good for a really long time. I was listening and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect.
You cracked me up, dude. Oh, anyways,
Some hanky-panky.
what do you think? You gonna wrap it there? You want to do our little Mandela effect game?
I think we might need to push Mandela for yet a third a third iteration.
Well, I hate that I previewed it and I went on a whole tangent related to this. Somewhat.
It's so
and then
you though.
I'm
That's
not
so
gonna follow through.
Chaperian. That's so
That's so
Chaperian.
Chaperian. Everyone knows that you've got ulterior motives.
The summary of this episode is Chaperian knows songs from pornos.
Technically not.
Mandela effects are teased but never achieved. What else? What did we next talk about? BLTs are a subpar sandwich in my eyes. Apparently, they're very par for Chaperian.
For you.
And Multiverse of Madness is the BLT of sandwiches.
Well, I don't think Multiverse of Madness would make all that good of a sandwich anyways, so okay.
You're so stupid.
You just said, I don't think you realized what you just said. Multiverse of Madness is the BLT of sandwiches. You meant to say of movies.
Oh my god.
I'm being a douche.
Hang me for it.
I'm being a douche.
Yes. All right.
So-
You can admit it.
Follow us on TikTok at Headaches and Hot Takes. Follow me on Twitter at Chaperian. Follow him at Herniator, but the O is a 0. Who day, baby?
Thanks for declaring that. Peace.